Bulgarian banger, Bangaranga, bags country its first Eurovision win. Bulgaria has won the 70th Eurovision Song Contest, the country's first ever win. The achievement surprised many because Bulgaria wasn't among the favourites to win in 2026. But with its catchy, welcome to the riot, refrain and bouncy vibe, performer Dara's banging anthem, Bangaranga, bested 24 other nations for the glittery global musical crown at the finals on Saturday in Vienna, Austria. Israel came in second, as it did last year. 10 competitors were eliminated from the original group of 35 in the semi-finals earlier this week. In his appraisal of his 10 favorite Eurovision 2026 songs, NPR critic Glenn Weldon called Bangaranga an insanely catchy bop, and praised its deep, profound, abiding grooviness. "Oh my God!" Dara yelled, as she accepted the crystal microphone, the event's glass trophy, from last year's winner, JJ of Austria. As with other global cultural events, such as the Venice Biennale currently underway in Italy, the glittery annual Songfest is intended as a display of goodwill and togetherness between nations. "In a world often divided, we stand united by music," said host Michael Ostrowski at the conclusion of this year's event. Last year's contest, held in Basel, Switzerland, saw record viewership, reaching 166 million viewers across 37 markets. Israel prepared for boos. Eurovision has long strived to prioritize artistry over political antagonism. However, as with the Biennale, Eurovision 2026 found itself at the center of protests related to the war in Gaza. 5 countries, Iceland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Slovenia, and Spain, pulled out between September and December 2025 in protest over event organizer European Broadcasting Union's decision to allow Israel to participate amid the ongoing war in Gaza. In this year's finals, Israeli singer Noam Bettan performed the romantic breakup song, Michelle, in French, Hebrew and English. Unlike in the semi-final, when the artist sang over chants of "Stop the Genocide," Bettan was not booed, at least audibly. The artist told the Times of Israel last month he had been practicing performing in front of hecklers. There were both anti- and pro-Israel demonstrations in Vienna this week. Pro-Palestinian protests at the last 2 contests called for Israel to be disbarred from Eurovision over its role in the conflict, as well as allegations it attempted to manipulate voting to favor its entries. The European Broadcasting Union changed its voting rules in response. Among other requirements, contestants and broadcasters are prohibited from taking part in promotional campaigns by third parties including governments. Countries outside of Europe, such as Israel, participate in Eurovision because eligibility is based on European Broadcasting Union membership, not necessarily geographics. Although Israel's participation is the biggest cause of dissent in 2026, the country avoided being banned from the event. That was not the case with Russia, which was disbarred indefinitely from participating in the contest soon after launching its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. European Broadcasting Union Deputy Director General Jean-Philippe de Tender defended his organization's decision to allow Israel to perform. The European edition of Politico reported ahead of the contest's final, because Israel's public broadcaster KAN, the body behind its entry, is independent, whereas Russia's state broadcaster, VGTRK, is run by the Russian government. In a social media post on Friday, Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez decried the European Broadcasting Union for its double standard.